So if you were to fast forward 5 years, what do you think the average small law firm practice looks like with AI, with these changes? Are there any big changes that you see that are going to happen sooner rather than later?
5 years out, I think that a lot of the tools that lawyers use regularly are going to have those AI embedded features available. And I think that it's going to be sort of like just integrated in law firms almost by osmosis. Like lawyers are just going to be using it because it's available to them, and they're almost not really going to know or care that it's an AI technology. Particularly with I think Microsoft's going to go heavy on the AI, and they're already starting to do it now. How could they not? Like they're one of the groups that basically started OpenAI. So I feel like that stuff is gonna I view so lawyers are so heavy into Microsoft Office, like 99% of them use it. I feel like Microsoft is the gateway drug to all new technology for lawyers. So you're going to start seeing these AI tools being developed in Microsoft, Google Workspace, then the case management softwares, then the CRMs, then the document assembly tools. And within 5 years, lawyers are going to be using AI regularly in their practice, whether they know it is happening or not. I think that's what's going to happen 5 years from now. And then the interesting thing beyond that, not to spin off on an entirely new topic, but if we're talking 10 years from now, that stuff's going to be happening. And then I also think alternative business structures are going to be allowed in the US where non-lawyers can own law firms and invest in law firms and practice in areas outside of the law. And it opens up a whole new can of worms. Because now, does that traditional law firm even exist, or is it swallowed up by these hybrid entities who are definitely going to be taking advantage of AI more aggressively than a traditional law firm would?
Well, and that was my part of my question or thinking of it is, are there going to be, is the, kind of the brick and mortar or, law firm as we know it today going to be the same? Because I'm thinking about systems like companies like Boundless or others who are now operating in that space of, well, we're the kind of the Gen X, Gen Z. I don't know.
What are we, millennial, post-millennial?
I have no idea. But point being, we want it all on our phone, right? The whole process. And, and so I'm just curious if it will even look like that in the future, where you have kind of your, traditional lawyer, one person lawyer coming in and they're handling your case, or does it, will people really even care, and yes, there will be lawyers kind of behind the scenes doing things or orchestrating, but do they really care? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think modern clients don't care as much. So somebody like me, I'm a lawyer, I'm licensed to practice law, but I don't, and I use lawyers from time to time. And I only want the lawyer accessible to me because lawyers cost money when we're making a strategic decision or when I have a question I can't get the answer to. So I think everything aside from that strategic position that the lawyer's in is either going to be automated, or there's going to be some technology application that does it, or there's going to be a non-lawyer, to use a term I hate, that's going to be managing that. And lawyers are only going to come in when those high-level strategic decisions need to be made. I think that's what's going to go down, honestly. And whether that's a law firm that's set up in an office somewhere, set up in the cloud, or whether Walmart and Costco owns law firms and you're going in to pick up a pack of hot dogs and also getting legal services.
Your state and will all
done. Yeah, exactly. So that's where it's going. I think the challenge of that is that the traditional law firm is going to have a really hard time competing with that. So yeah, I think the notion of what a law firm is going to be very different, and it can mean a number of different things. It can mean a traditional law firm, it could mean a hybrid law firm, it could effectively mean a law firm that's part of a big box store and nothing like we think of a traditional law firm. So it's going to be interesting. So if you're not retiring in the next 10 years, this is stuff you want to be thinking about.
It's a good time to be reading.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I really appreciate your time. This was fun chat, and I feel like we could probably do this in about a week, and the entire chat would be 100% different. But it's a really cool topic that I think we both obviously agree that there's it's going to fundamentally change things, but maybe not just quite yet. But
Yeah.
a lot to come, and hopefully we can do this again in a few months as some
I'd
of
love
these
to,
things
man.
kind of get
Yeah.
fleshed out, and go from there, because it's just all changing so quickly. I find it fascinating, and I think
Same.
what we're linking onto now is going to be completely different in 6 months.
I know, man. I love talking to you, though. Thanks for having me on.
Well,
Congrats on the show.
that's very kind of you. And so I know you've got Gideon. Tell the people, all of our adoring fans, where they can find you online.
All right, people. 2 places easiest to find me online. My consulting website is redcavelegal.com, and then the software company is gideonlegal.com. That's it. And if you Google me, you can find some fun stuff. Like I just had a client
all
of
over
mine.
the place. Yeah.
I just had a client of mine generate AI images of me as a superhero and as like a guy in Star Wars. So if you dig deep, you can find that stuff.
Man, what else is out there?
I shouldn't say.
Well, thanks so much, and we will look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thank you, sir. Take care.